Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, but there's something a little different. We are not in a tiny home anymore. We are currently in an actual home, and not in Washington, but in Tennessee. So we've had quite a few changes since the last time I did a video. It's been, I believe, like well over a year. So one, I apologize for that, but we are coming at you with brand new things. I've learned a whole lot more since we've moved. We have a whole story with that we will explain like down the road with each recipe. But I'm so excited to be back with you guys because the recipes that I have for you are just exciting. They're good for families, for kids, for anybody. If you're just a single woman wanting to have good food, I got it all for you. But today I have bagels, and not only are these amazing, chewy, crunchy bagels, but they don't need time to rise or boil. So they're quick, super easy, anybody can do them. So are you ready? Because you don't want to blink, they're that quick. Let's get going. All right, I already have flour in the bowl. I almost said pan. You know guys, you'll learn. There's not always words that come out of my mouth well. But I have 2 cups of flour. We're gonna do 4 teaspoons of baking soda. I will have on recipes different substitutes that if you don't have certain ingredients that you can use instead. So we're just gonna that, and we're gonna add a 1/2 teaspoon, these things stick, of salt. And then we're gonna mix these puppies up. I could. And then next we're adding a 1.5 cups of yogurt. All right, we're gonna mix these up until you notice it come together. The one thing with these bagels, they call for Greek yogurt, but if you do have just plain yogurt, you're wanting to start with a little less because it's more watery. So you don't wanna add too much because then your bagels won't come together. You want a nice dough. So if you do end up using Greek yogurt, you'll notice that there's a little bit of more flour not coming together. All you have to do is add a teaspoon at a time of water and it will come together beautifully. So you want to mix this until it comes into a nice ball. And you can use a whisk, you can use a pastry cutter. This beauty is a dough hook that I absolutely love from the Food Nanny. All right, so if you notice no more flour bits, you're gonna just come in here and you're gonna mix it all with your hand. Put it all together. Baking means that you're gonna make a mess, and that's the joy of it. All right, just mix it until it comes all together. And you'll see, you notice a dough. It's nice and fluffy. We're gonna do it just until it comes together because we're gonna need it here in just a moment. All right, now I'm just gonna knead it about 10 times. All you have to do is bring it over and use the heel of your hand to bring it together. I lost count. Anybody? It's like working out, not noticing how many times you've done it. All right, let's see now how it's nice and fluffy. You're gonna stop right there. And then, we can get the hair out of my face. I don't cook with my hair down ever, unless it's for you guys. Okay, now we're gonna cut it into 8 pieces. This one recipe makes 8 bagels that are beautifully perfect size. So if you have one of these beautiful things, it's a little messy now, this one's the Food Nanny. I'll tell more about the Food Nanny. Got a whole story on that too. This is a bench scraper. This is gonna help you cut dough beautifully. It has a nice little handle. You might wanna get one of these. All right, so what we're gonna do first is cut in half. And then you're gonna cut in half again. It just helps with making everything equal. And then cute little triangles. And then we're gonna roll them. So if you want, you can move them out of the way because you're gonna need some space. And we're gonna roll each one. And all you're doing is rolling into a log. And it's up to you if you want them thin, you want them smaller. You're just gonna roll them enough to be able to put them into a nice little circle and pinch the sides. So we're gonna do that with each one. All right, once they are rolled, we're gonna put them on a sheet pan. You can either do parchment paper or these awesome silt pads, which are the silicone pads. I would definitely invest in those because nothing sticks to them, which is glorious. Now, we're gonna take 1 egg white and about a teaspoon of water. You're gonna mix it up and we're gonna brush each one. If you do not have an egg, you can use cream or milk, same thing. It's just there to have everything stick and brown, and you're gonna wanna get every single surface, like inside, around. You want that bagel to be nice and golden delicious. All right, now we dip. You can choose anything. You can have everything bagel, everything but the bagel, whatever you want to call it. Or cheese is my absolute favorite. If you ever tried that chonga bagel from Starbucks that had like the oniony, cheesy bagel, that's what we're doing today. So we're gonna do mostly cheese and then a few little of the seasoning. All you have to do, you can either sprinkle, but I like the big flavor. So your egg white is on there. You're just gonna dip it on in and get it covered, because this stuff is gonna melt down and get that nice crunchy cheese. Oh, so good. And then, so we're gonna do mostly these. So get it on in there. I'll do a little guy. He's left out the seasoning. Okay. Before we're done with the cheese, we're gonna take onion powder and garlic powder. Just lightly add a little bit to each one, and it adds just that nice flavor. Flavor, baby. And then garlic. Oh, that was a lot. Just be careful. It'll still taste good. Okay. And then this guy will do a little everything bagel. But you can add, like I said, as much or as little. Like if that's too much, you can just sprinkle a little bit and then it'll work. So there we go. I'm gonna do the other ones. Same thing. We're gonna do one little guy with this. I'm all about the everything, but the moment I did cheese, cannot get past the flavor. Okay. And they're so pillowy soft, like, so gorgeous. I can't stand when chefs have dirty hands, but I'm doing it. I'm breaking my own rule. Garlic and onion. And then I'll seal bake. All right, now we're gonna put them in the oven. 375 for 20 to 25 minutes, just depending on how golden brown you like it. And that'll be it. Cute little. My goodness, guys. They are finito. Can we appreciate, okay, babe, zoom in here. This delicious, cheesy goodness. I'm gonna this one. Look at this. I mean, that's what I was talking about. It's crunchy, yum. Cannot wait. So, once they come out of the oven, you're gonna notice a nice brown bottom. Just put them all on a cooling rack. So you want to let them sit for the 20 minutes before you slice them and add the cream cheese, because we don't want anybody to be sad that all the cheese is melted. So I have been asked, I'm gonna pick one here, in the past, if you would bite into the food when you're done cooking it, because I would just be done and be like, hey guys, okay, bye. So today I'm gonna do it for you guys. It's hot, very hot, but for you, my viewers, I'll do anything. But, okay, it's really hot, but look at that cheese. Okay, you ready? It's hot, but so good. How do they do this? It's hard to talk. You want to make these. They're so good. And I'm talking with my mouth open. So go make them and let me know what you guys think. You're going to enjoy them. Bye, guys.